Hi, scrapbookers. This is Megan. I am back today with another Scrappy challenge. So we kind of took a brief hiatus for a couple of months because we were all just really busy and life was crazy, which I'm sure all of you can understand. So today I am back and we are doing a 15-minute challenge. So I thought I would show you this picture that I'm going to be scrapbooking of my oldest son, Jonas, playing with Legos at Grandma's house. And I'm going to be using some embellishments and odds and ends that I just had on my table here. These are actually from let's see, I believe this is the February hip kit is what I want to say. So I'm going to have those there. I might, jump into my stash. I have some ribbon here that has been on my desk forever, for a very long time. So I kind of want to incorporate this ribbon in there somehow. We'll see if that actually happens. Then I also have all of these scraps, and I thought it would be fun to incorporate them into my layout somehow. And I'm also going to grab some of the papers from the hip kit as well to kind of throw them in this mix and to kind of get started. So I am going to set my timer for 15 minutes. So it's set and ready to go. There we go.
Okay, so here I am just showing you the timer again, and I was thinking I was going to use that green paper in the background, but it just clashed too much with my son's blue shirt, and so I decided to mat the photo on this. I believe that's Dear Lizzie, and it's a doily paper with a light blue background. So I sorry, I can't talk. I matted it on that, and then I had this scrap piece of paper, and that is from the We Are Memory Keepers collection, and I cannot think of what the name of it is. I think it's Wildflower. And then I just had a bunch of other kind of scraps, so I'm just going to layer them all behind the photo here. And I really like how that turns out. I just really mainly wanted to use up these scraps. So here I am using up a couple of branding strips, and these branding strips I got from a 12 by 12 paper pad that had a hole in the middle of the branding strip, and so I'm going to put a little embellishment cluster right there where the hole is so that you won't see the hole, because obviously that wouldn't look very pretty. So here I'm cutting this scrap piece of pinkish paper into a banner, and then I had a couple other cut apart pieces, and so I just am going to place those up there in that corner. And here I remembered, oh hey, I have this branding strip from, I think that's from an Amy Tangerine paper, or it could have been documentary. I can't remember. But it says love on it, and so I'm going to have the title be Love and Good Times, which is what that other little cut apart says. So here I'm thinking, okay, I should do some gelatos to just kind of spice up the background a little bit. And it doesn't really work out as well as I had hoped. For some reason, whenever I try to use a brush and to spread the gelatos around, it just doesn't work too well. And I'm I'm trying to make it go a little bit faster by using a baby wipe, and that does work a little bit, but still it was just kind of not as blended in as I wanted it to be. But I'm going to go on because I don't have all the time in the world. So here I'm gluing my photo down, and I'm going to use that wood or cork sticker that is a heart, and then I have a couple other pieces from the hip kit that I'm going to be using. My son in this photo is 3 years old at the time. Well, he wasn't exactly 3, but he was about 2 months away from being 3. So that's why I pulled out that number 3 that's in the bottom of the left hand of the picture there. And I'm sorry that you can't see the bottom of my layout. I didn't realize that my camera was down so low and that it was cutting off the bottom of my layout. So I apologize about that. But then here I'm just adding a few little embellishment pieces. I'm putting a couple hearts, and I'm going to use my glue Zots to glue down that little frame. And I'm going to mess up here in a minute. I pull out a Dear Lizzie rotary stamp, and I'm going to, oh, there I'm just stamping the date, which works out just fine. So thankfully, thank you for that. But then I pulled out a Dear Lizzie stamp, and I was going to stamp it on there, but I stamped it upside down. Okay, so here my timer went off. I kept going, and I think it only took me a minute or two to fix this situation. So I just cut up this piece of paper, and I'm going to glue it behind that little frame, and then I'm just gonna stamp "You Are Loved" on top of it like I had originally planned. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I hope you will come back another day.
Okay, guys, so this is the layout that I got done. Oops, I still have some extra pieces floating around there. I'm not super impressed by it, but I got it done, so that's nice. And I think I only went over by a minute, and that was just because I had to put this piece of paper here because I stamped "You Are Loved" with this Dear Lizzie stamp, and when I stamped it, it was upside down the first time, and then I tried re-stamping it a bunch of different times, and it just did not look good. So I just covered it with this yellow paper. Also, I did go away for a second to find, because I couldn't remember the date, and so I had to go find another picture that went along with this one. So that kind of took out of my time as well. So I'm pretty happy with it. What I did get done, my title is going to be Love and Good Vibes. And I'm thinking I will probably do some journaling, probably right here, just about how Jonas loves, or has always loved, going to Grandma's house and playing with the Legos, and the fact that he was able to finally do it with his cousins was just so much fun, because this is probably one of the first times that the cousins, they actually got together. This is my husband's sister's son, and he's a couple years older than Jonas, so that was a lot of fun for us to all get together and hang out and do some fun stuff that summer. So this was just a picture that I thought was really cute of Jonas. I did use up a bunch of scraps that I've just had laying around on my table, so that was kind of nice to do that and to work through that. So anyway, this is my layout. I think real quick, I'm just going to stamp "You Are Loved." Let's see if I can find my ink pad. And then it's up right side up now. So, okay. So there we go. This layout is done. So here are a few close-ups. I kept it really super simple. I'm going to cut this edge off. I did do a little gelato stuff. If I wouldn't have done that, I probably would have been a lot better on time. I just kind of felt like it looked plain on the background, so I wanted to add in some, more paint, fun, mixed media stuff. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. I hope you are having a great Sunday. Bye.